Namaste. So something I'm seeing regularly is people who practice spirituality feel like they have more problems. Or more accurately, they have more challenges than the ordinary people. So why is that? Do you feel this way, right? Okay, so why is that? Okay, so there is some truth to this. Okay, why did you come into spirituality? Why do you do this? Why do I do this, right? It's because we're interested in growing up. That's the point of it, right? To grow, to evolve, to become smarter, stronger, faster, right? So we practice the teachings to have, maybe you're interested in better finances, better health, better relationships, all right? All these things. So when a person has some challenges in life, what do? Now, ordinary people might apply whatever is available to them, either things that they have been nurtured through their upbringing, or things that they have learned through seminars and workshops. And they might have a varying degree of success in the techniques that they use. Now, in our school, we use the energy techniques, right? And what happens is when a person is interested to grow up, you need some training. Okay, so this training comes in the form of challenges, which are really opportunities for you to practice the tools. So if you're not seeing it from that way, then what would happen is you say, oh, I'm starting to learn to practice some energy techniques or spiritual techniques. And then it seems like my problems have doubled, but my income stayed the same. And, so what do I need to do? Most people, what they say, they go back to what they know previously, and they say, oh, okay, because now I have unexpected expenses this month, so I might have to work more, I might have to do some overtime, to make up for the shortfall of cash. Okay, understandable. Now, what happens is that you attended the class, you learned these techniques, and that doesn't make you good, right? Okay, knowing alone is not enough. So what you have to do is that when the challenges come, you have to remember. You have to remember, like, oh, I attended this class, and if I had health challenges, I know how to, do some energy healing and help myself accelerate the recovery. Okay, so that's the opportunity. Don't be fixated on the health problem. Try to remember that, oh, there was this technique that I can use to remove this and accelerate the process, right? Okay, so then remembering it alone is not enough. Just because you know about it doesn't change your life. Okay, you got to do it. You got to practice the teachings. Okay, so then you say, okay. So after repeated practice, you start to realize, I'm learning how to use the tools that I learned in that workshop. Then you say, oh, now I get it. And after repeated trial and error, and that's called experience, then you say, oh, when challenges come, I grow, I evolve much faster. So people who are just starting out, yes, it may seem like the problems are multiplying. Okay, these are opportunities for you to practice what you know, and eventually to master them to such a degree that sometimes, so when you see some people who've been practicing for a long time, when they have problems, they just go, woof, gone. Or when they have unexpected expenses or things come up, they say, oh, well, there is this huge reserve of funds that we've already prepared because we knew this was coming. And where did that come from? From repeated practice of the financial and prosperity techniques. Okay, so if somebody has health issues, they heal themselves and then poof, gone, right? So this happened last month, where one of the, maybe I shouldn't say the name. Okay, one of our friends had a food poisoning. And coincidentally, a week later, I had the same problem. And it took her about 2 weeks with medication, with good rest, watching her diet, and then after that process, she had healed in 2 weeks. But she also had a little bit of trauma, or she started to avoid certain types of food and a certain restaurant because that's where she got the food poisoning from. Okay, so she's eaten there many times. Just because of one bad experience, most people would avoid the restaurant or leave a bad review, right? Okay, it's understandable. So what happened to me? I had food poisoning too. And because I've been practicing healing for a long time, so I just removed it, threw it away, and within 1 hour, 2 hours, I think, problem gone, right? And I also thought, oh, where did I get this from? What did I eat? Of course, you have to inspect, right? You have to see, what did you eat? What did you do? And I said, oh, maybe might have been this, might have been that, can't be sure. But at least there is no trauma to say that I will avoid that food again, because I do like this food. So something like that, right? Okay, so you see, like you move forward a lot faster and you heal a lot faster because that comes with a certain degree of mastery of the technique. And that's why you practice spirituality, right? It's not just about knowing and remembering, those are the first two steps. The third one is actually practicing them. And then you see, like, oh, I welcome the challenges, and I'm also very grateful for the tools and the techniques to handle these challenges, so that I may be an instrument for greater work to help more people around me. So the goal is that as I improve my life, I'm so happy that I'm able to help my family, my loved ones, you guys too. Maybe that's why I'm sharing these things with you now. Okay, so I'm so happy that I've come to a state now that I feel, okay, when the problems come, I have an opportunity to handle them, to train myself to become better and practice all these things. And, because I'm good at certain things now, I don't think I've been to a hospital in a long time. And I don't think, I can't remember the last time I've been sick for more than 2 or 3 days, even from serious ailments, because we've really been practicing healing for many, many years now, and getting pretty good at it, I guess. So, yeah, that's something that you should look forward to, that as you have the opportunity to practice, you don't need to suffer anymore. Your loved ones need not suffer as much. Because they didn't put in the effort, right? So they have to come to you for help. Okay. So as you practice, you notice everybody around you benefits. You start to have good health, good relationships. People love you, they respect you. They always want to be around you because you got stuff figured out. Right? Feels good, right? To be in the spiritual path. Right? So I hope this inspires you to continue practicing. And namaste, everyone.